Welcome to this evening's OUA men's basketball game between the Algoma University Thunderbirds and the Toronto Metropolitan Bold. Tonight's broadcast on OUA TV is brought to you by SiouxSports.com. As we're off and running here, it's Michael Magley with Daniel Scarpino, Jay Houselander in studio, coming to you live here from the George Leach Centre in Sault Ste. Marie. The winless Thunderbirds, game 2 of these back-to-back games for the Thunderbirds, looking to get on a winning streak, while TMU Bold coming into the contest with a 5-2 record, coming off a one-game winning streak of their own. And we're off and running here, Scarp.
Off and running we are. We'll see what can be produced tonight here at the GLC.
Yeah, let's do this. Starters for Algoma, number 1, Alejo. Number 4, Chance Scarrett, getting his first start on home court. Also number 7, Jean-Luc Kubahiro. Also joining them is Logan Whitmill. And of course, number 3, quickly becoming one of the fan favorites, Oliver Christofferson. There's your starters for Algoma. And we'll meet the Bold starters in a second as Christofferson launches that one from three-point land, unable to get it to go.
Steal.
Yeah, Scarrett making the most of his opportunities starting. Of course, he was electric coming off the bench yesterday with 4 points, earning himself a start. As the basket is good for TMU Bold as they head to the line for the N1. That's DeAndre Goldborn. It'll also be Kevin Toth, number 7. Leading scorer in the OUA, number 12, Aaron Rooms. Gabriel Gutsmore, 21 and 22. Aiden Wilson to round out your starters for the TMU Bold. Wearing their road blue jerseys as they quickly apply some pressure to Algoma, forces the error there, and another opportunity for a scoring chance.
Another opportunity indeed, and TMU Bold are going to try and keep themselves on the front foot as long as they can. But some great defense there from Algoma.
Yeah, Christofferson knocking it loose. But TMU Bold still able to hold this possession. And some good work there by Algoma on the defensive end, as you called it, a push-off there by TMU. I believe it's number 8 getting charged with that one.
Am I right in saying that Christofferson's rocking that headband tonight for the first time? I haven't seen that yet.
You're absolutely right, and I think if I'm just purely guessing, but probably had one of his lightest performances yesterday, just 2 points. And he's been in double digits every time I've seen him play, so maybe go with the headband just to change things up. Why not? And Alejo, corner 3, he was fantastic yesterday with 16 points. Unable to get that one to go, as the pass from Rooms had some pepper on it. His teammate had a hard time handling it. Rooms just launches the 3 and says, yeah, that's in. Big time 3 ball.
Really quick ball movement. Really quick ball movement from TMU. Just on the perimeter, but really, really good.
I totally agree.
Got away with a kickball there, I think. No, it didn't. He called it. Coach is saying he didn't kick it, but I mean, I play a lot of soccer. Certainly looked it to me.
Right off the foot for sure. As Alejo's got to unleash it. He does. Into Whitmill. Didn't have his greatest performance yesterday. Looking to rebound after that. Whitmill does. Over top of the defender, and that is a big-time defender and a big-time bucket for Whitmill. Aiden Wilson standing at 6'11". Hard to get it over top of him with that accuracy. Nice shot by Whitmill, make it 5-2.
We talked about Whitmill yesterday. He didn't have the the most prolific game offensively, but defensively did a really, really good job, and he had his hands full. But tonight, different task, different opportunity, and he'll be getting more touches down low, I presume.
It's a good assumption, as that pass in the offensive zone is stolen, and there you have it, TMU for the alley-oop. It was 22, Aiden Wilson. Let's see, 2 or 3 of those alley-oops probably this season gets the slam down. 7-2 is your score. Quick pace.
Superhero, I think, was wearing glasses, wasn't he? Something dropped off of his head or face. It's in the key down there.
Yeah, you're right. May have been another band or something. Something is good eye by you on the hardwood.
Might just be a headband, but yeah, I think so. Regardless, I saw something fly.
Yeah, it's good vision by you. So 10-2 is your score. Algoma forced to use the timeout to stop the run here. We're going to stick around for this one as we continue to set it up. TMU, as I mentioned, coming in with a 5-2 record. Good enough for second place in their division. They're tied with Brock currently. And as I mentioned, coming off a big-time win versus York, 87-61. And just a one-game winning streak for them, but picked up a couple wins earlier on in the season. 2 versus Mac. Beat a couple teams from Toronto. York, Lakehead, and the team that we saw yesterday, the Varsity Blues as well.
It's going to be very difficult this year, especially on the men's side of things, the women's too, but I think the men's side of things is going to be so difficult to call in terms of who is going to be competing at the end of the season. You're going to have your hands full with so many different choices in terms of who's going to be there. Could it be Ottawa, Western, Queens, this TMU team? Is it going to be Lakehead, Guelph, Windsor, Carleton? The list goes on. So I think it's going to be very difficult to call, Mike.
Yeah, I think you're alluding to it's a pretty competitive OUA.
Very much so.
Loop, shall we say. TMU wants to be mentioned in that upper echelon. Certainly number 12, Aaron Rooms, the reigning OUA MVP, wants to be in that category as his career starts to wind down here. And it's been an excellent one. And speaking of excellent, what a move coming off the bench. Usually gets to start. It's Dang with a nice lay-in, making it 9-4 now.
Really nice lay-in, but what impressed me more was the way that Algoma broke that press, and it was the pass from Alejo. It's a transitions to another great defensive possession. Hero to the tin, gets it blocked, but fantastic work from Algoma, you got to say that.
Yeah, certainly do. And there's another steal right now as Christofferson surveys the defense. Make sure no one comes from behind and picks his pocket. Happened a few times yesterday. Alejo to Christofferson. His 3 doesn't go. And there to find it is a TMU Bold player. It's number 21. Goes up, takes it to the tin. Hits front rim. And well defended by Algoma. Dang, starting to make an impact on this game with his early minutes here.
I think Alejo's rocking new shoes tonight. Those look clean.
Changing up his shoe game. Corner 3. Finds iron. Wow, did that TMU player ever get up? Number 21, Gutsmore, kicks it into the corner. That 3 doesn't go. Christofferson will hand off to Alejo. As player of the game looks to check in, number 2. That is a little too heavy for Alejo. And well rebounded. That's one more rebound by Gutsmore. It's 3 in a row, and there you go. It's part of their game. The alley-oop. And
it was a carbon copy from the last one.
Yeah, you say that was a throwdown, a little bit of a throwdown?
Yeah, a little bit. As 3, so Christofferson just got warned with a flop. Algoma just threw the ball out of bounds, and there's a whole host of substitutes coming in, 4:11 left, and ironically the score is 11-4.
See the irony there, eh?
Well, from time to time.
4-11 and 11-4 is the score, and not able to get that one to go. Upset at himself is number 12, Aaron Rooms. We're going to have to check and see. Last time he was in this gym, I think it was close to 30 he put up. Averaging 23 points per game on the season. Tied top of the league. Number 12, Rooms, with a player we saw last week, Santa Cruz. And there he is. Rooms now with a steal. And a nice little move, but well defended by Dang. Good work by Dang. Now Alejo, 1v1. Nice move of his own, but he's stripped of the ball, and Rooms one more time. Over top. And a foul and the basket. That'll be charged to number 30, Whitmill. So Rooms heads to the line. Noticed all the points he's put up. Doesn't head to the line very often, just 16 shots from the line. And you guessed it, his efficiency very good, 88%.
And last time Rooms was in this gym, tallied a total of 35 minutes played, 20 points, 4 steals, 8 rebounds. And that was, of course, in that upset loss, which ended in favor of Algoma, 71-70, the infamous call that we had at the buzzer, just about.
Yeah, I remember it. It's pretty wild. Made OUA plays of the week, I believe.
It did, and rightly so. That was a pretty memorable night here, no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's a few less folks in the stands tonight.
Yes.
Obviously, we mentioned it in the women's game. Pretty big Greyhound game in the OHL with the Hall of Famer Jeff Carter getting his jersey retired. There won't be an empty seat in the house. I was there last year for Joe Thornton's jersey retirement. It was pretty outstanding.
And then we also mentioned the Christmas parade here. I don't know if it's the Christmas parade, Santa Claus parade, whatever you like to call it, but that's also happening tonight. So I'm sure the families with their young ones will be at that. So a few more empty seats here tonight, but no less. Game has been this has been an entertaining start, Mike.
Yeah, I think so. 13-4. TMU given all they could handle by the Thunderbirds. Another timeout on the court. So a couple timeouts burned really quickly. Boomers here making some noise. We're certainly trying to make some noise ourselves, and we really appreciate you turning into OUA TV to catch this wonderful basketball action. If you're wondering what the scores are in some other games, we'll take you around the OUA in a few minutes.
Boomer took a beating yesterday, by the way, from the Toronto women's team in the stands. That was when the game started getting close.
Were they giving it to him?
Yeah, Algoma pulled it in 7. Things got quiet. Boomer got loud, but then once Toronto started stretching the lead a bit, poor Boomer was getting. I don't know if you could even call it an earful, but yeah, he was getting torched.
Boomer is the mascot for Algoma. I don't know if you see him on camera there, but certainly a big part of the game day operation here. And speaking of operation, coming off the bench last night, it's number 2, Elliot Karen, with the ball there. He was electric, and certainly part of the noise making in the gym last night was Karen, and Whitmill saying, I want some of that love tonight. Nice bucket by him.
Arguably absorbed some contact. Could have been an and one.
Oh yeah, there was some contact there on that rebound. Alejo was certainly fouled, but He didn't get it, and now TMU gets fouled, and they will head to the line.
That's against Whitmell, and I don't know if I'm correct in saying, is that his second personal or is that his first?
He's got at least two. I think the coaching staff are thinking about it.
It does become a point of contention, a point of interest. Player on 2 fouls this early in the contest. Do you leave him in or do you pull him out?
Yeah, that's exactly the discussion Coach Ryan Vitry was having with assistant coaches Robbie Green and Pat Murray. And we know the answer to that is number 7 is standing up. That's John-Luc Kubahiro, ready to get in. And wait for a stoppage in play. And another second chance opportunity for TMU. Should have been a travel called on that. Was not. Thankfully for Algoma. They missed it. Karen now, just a little give and go with Alejo. We got a few T-Birds standing in front of us. Dang. Pump fakes. Drives into the paint. Spins. He's going to put it up now. Follows his own rebound. It's now rebounded by 15. That's Silkenocks.
And Maxime Louis-Jean came up a little worse for wear as he just hits that 3. He's still clutching and grabbing at his face. He got hit in the nose, and if you see it on your camera, he's definitely in a bit of pain, no doubt about it. He got knocked on that last rebound there on the defensive end.
Showing his toughness, stays in the game. Good work by Algoma. Beat that TMU defense. Ends up in an opportunity for Alejo, but unable to get it to go. And now Whitmell knocked around one more time.
Just got hammered in the back.
And he just doesn't seem to get the fouls called.
No.
In his favor anyway. Whitmell from distance. And he says, you know what? Bang!
Doesn't matter.
Good! All the way from Garden River for number 30, Logan Whitmell. Came up empty from downtown a few times last night. He's dialed in this evening.
You're not going to see a guy like that having back-to-back difficult shooting nights as he just pulls down a fantastic rebound amidst getting a bit of contact as well. You're not going to see that guy having too many back-to-back low shooting nights.
Totally agree with you.
And there he is again. Oh, he was just about there.
Yeah, and Algoma unable to get that change that they were looking for. Good thing, though, because kept Whitmell in the game. And it's a 9-point score or better. That half-court shot doesn't go from Algoma, so that's going to do it. Like you said, a pretty entertaining quarter as both benches are up and running. And I'll say both sets of coaches are animated. We're going to step away. After one quarter, it's the visiting TMU Bold 18 and the local hometown Thunderbirds 9. You're watching Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com.
We are out.
welcome back to Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by the good folks at SiouxSports.com. After one quarter, it's Algoma 18, the TMU Bold 18, Algoma 9, but certainly Algoma getting all the momentum at the end of that quarter.
Very much so, and largely in part to Logan Whitmill. Got himself a sensational first quarter, and he is in the contest, albeit he does. We thought he had two personals. He only has one, so.
Yeah, that was my bad. I did think
my
he had
fault
two.
As well. I suggested that he had two. But
I thought he had two.
Yeah. Probably because he's been getting knocked around and all the rest of it, you just automatically assume that he has. At least I did. But regardless, Algoma really trying to weather the storm in terms of this pressure that TMU is providing.
Yeah, it's coming fast and furious. And that was number 4, Maxine Louise Jean, with the three-pointer. But as you mentioned, Whitmell with 7 points to lead all scorers in that quarter. It was absolutely electric from the field. 3 for 5. This TMU Bold, wow. What good ball movement and what a finish by number 22 for TMU. That was Aiden Wilson with the bucket.
He's been experiencing some great joy inside the paint tonight already, as the referee says that he got all ball on that. It's a careless giveaway. Christofferson for 3, and he's going to go to the line for 3 as he's fouled.
That's the 5th time this season. he gets fouled from three-point land like Steph Curry.
Yeah. And you know what? He did get a flop warning earlier, but there was no flop there. Got hammered up pretty good, and he'll go to the line for 3. And this happened last night as well, right? That's one of the 5 times this season. So,
yep. Pretty much every game I've seen him play. And he's a pretty good shooter from the line. Hovering around that 3 for 4 or 75% mark. It's Christofferson. Hits his first.
TMU coach not too happy, by the way, with his team's defense there. And you know what it starts with? It's just a totally careless giveaway. I mean, coach always said, don't throw the ball in the middle of the court.
Coach was right. Might cost him 3. And giving Algoma new life in this quarter as they now tied TMU 3-3 in this quarter anyways. 23-12 is your score. Got a good one here. The George Leach Centre in the Sioux. TMU Bold.
There was an issue with the clock. I don't think the shot clock started. Or the regular clock as well. Okay. So they're suggesting that there's going to be 8 seconds that have ticked off. Room's going to check back in as well.
That's a good idea for TMU. We had a couple clock malfunctions the last couple days. Didn't start that time. Yesterday it kicked out. I think we got it all straightened out now. So 8:14 on the clock, 19 on the shot clock. TMU with possession in Algoma territory. That's Rooms in the corner. It's going to be an Algoma ball. What do you got there, Scarp?
Well, it was a kick ball.
Yeah, it went
all the nearest referee called.
Okay, I was going to say it went all the way down the other way. I don't know whose shoe it hit. Everybody's standing up, but there's somebody in blue anyways.
And TMU just a little bit unsettled. Not completely comfortable in this game quite yet, as they shouldn't be. This is a tough Algoma team, but Scared finally gets one to go there. Good turnaround in the lane. He lets TMU know all about it.
Beautiful shot by Scarrett. Number 4, 23-14 is the score. 9 new players on this Algoma roster, just 3 returning from last year, so this is a fresh lineup. And they got a lot of heart, this crew. Chance Scarrett now with the ball after that good defensive possession by Algoma. It's Whitmill, turn around. Can he get it to go? And he gets the friendly roll. Logan Whitmill. What a bucket by him.
And he had one of those last night from the land beyond, if you remember, hit back iron, went about 20 feet in the air and then dropped. And he does get the friendly roll. That basket, by the way, there from TMU won't count. The foul is on the floor.
Fortunate for Algoma, but that bucket will not count. 23-16, so Algoma chipping away at that lead. Winning the quarter. Rooms, excuse me. Into Toth. Back to Rooms. It'll be a foul called against Algoma. TMU possession. Didn't catch the number on that. Was it Cuba Hero?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So 2 team fouls for Algoma. Look at that. Lucky number 649 on the clock. Here in the second quarter. And we play on. Toth. Oh, up and down, no?
He released the ball and wisely didn't touch it a second time, and they're going to get 2 free throws out of it. So out of nothing, something turned out of it. Really, really intelligent play in a sense from number 6. Kalsi to jump, release the ball, and not touch it again. And wise to the fact was Mutundi to come and grab it.
And Mutundi at the at the line. Pardon me. Misses his first. A pretty impressive shoe game by number 11, Mutundi. Alejo really feeling it as number 30. Logan Whitnell. Oh, heat check there, comes back down. Oh, what a play. What a pass and what a flush by number 22.
His 3rd dunk of the night.
Not bad for the Burnaby, BC native. 6'11". Aiden Wilson. Christofferson now rips the pass. It's Dang, a little heavy, off glass, off iron. And good work by number 22 for Algoma. And we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout in the booth and get a reset here. You're watching Algoma Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com. Okay, welcome back to Thunderbirds basketball. I think the timeout was called off. So we play on. Whitmill will hand off to Karen. Karen to Dang. Gonna have to put it up with just 2 seconds. Instead, turns it over. Good hands by the TMU defender as they move it around. Stepped out of bounds, I believe. That's Kevin Toth.
Just a little bit rushed that time. If you're TMU, good to get up the floor quickly, but
I thought Karen had enough room to get a shot off there instead of passing it off, but maybe not, as he just gets knocked. They'll save it from going out of bounds, and they'll play on with just 6 seconds left.
Last night it was Operation Karen, as he was the one who ignited the spark for these Thunderbirds to make what appeared to be a comeback. And albeit he's back in the contest tonight, his energy has not waned, hasn't wavered, but been a couple costly mistakes at the end of the first quarter, and then one there as well with the illegal screen, but he's got a great mentality, that kid. He'll bounce back.
Yeah, and I think Algoma's got to be careful here. Get themselves in a bit of foul trouble with a lot of time left on the clock.
Well, we talked about the last game with the women's game, how involved the referees were, and albeit this is a different crew of officials, they're well involved in this contest as well. So as a player, it is about adjusting to the referees, because the referees aren't going to change the way that they're calling a game.
Certainly not. 10-point ball game. Algoma will take that any day of the week. This Chance Scarrett's got to put it up. Had a chance, but finds rim. And then there was 2 TMU players to collect that rebound. Rooms now from the corner. Got to work against Whitmell, looking to create some space. Good ball movement. Corner 3 opportunity for TMU. Goes halfway down. And doesn't go. And good bit of rebounding there by number 11 for Algoma, Beyond Dang. So a really good first half. That pass by a T-Bird to Karen doesn't hit its mark. And TMU looking for points off turnover, and they do get it. Number 10, number 10, London Wright, second-year player from Markham, Ontario, jarring that one, and now we will take a timeout. 29-16 is your score. You're watching Thunderbirds basketball on OU8 TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com.
We're out.
And welcome back to second quarter action. Michael Magley, Jay Houselander, and of course Daniel Scarpino coming to you live from the George Leach Centre on this beautiful Saturday night in the Sioux. 29-16 is your score. Algoma with 16 coming out of the timeout, and Logan Whitnell with a wide open bunny and just misses it.
And he did all the hard work, getting the ball down low. The great spin move, just unable to finish it.
Yeah, he knows it.
He has high standards, so he will be disappointed in himself, but like we talked about earlier, he's the type of guy that'll bounce back really quickly.
Yeah, and he's hit some tough shots and absorbed a lot of contact already in this first half. I think he's close to double digits. Yeah, he's at 9. Lead all scorers. And of course, we mentioned before the break that the T-Birds find themselves in a bad situation in terms of the foul count. And that sends number 1 shooter in the OUA to the line. That being Aaron Rooms, and makes him count. As Christofferson wipes out. In a little bit of trouble now.
Relentless pressure from TMU.
Yeah, not trying to get that release, but that was a long pass attempt to Francisco. And Christofferson saying, you got to come back to me. So they're going to try it again. See if they can beat the press. There's some good work there by Chance Scarrett. Find Christofferson in the middle. And they can set up their offense now. It's Francisco picking up his dribble. Christofferson. So Tyson Francisco puts up a 3. Oh, finds front iron. Oh boy.
TMU will go to the line, they're in the bonus.
This time it'll be number 21, I believe. Yep, heading to the line. Gabriel Gutsmore. 62% shooter from the line. Misses his first. Gutsmore, 50% from the line, and just looking at him statistically, he's a 50% shooter from three-point land. Pretty prolific. He's hit 10 of 20. Good enough for 8th in the OUA. Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
From distance, and then the same average from the free throw line. Rather interesting.
That was a 5-second violation against Algoma, by the way. Some really intense pressure from TMU in the full court.
Yeah, they're starting to apply it, and it's working. Oh, Alejo, lucky to get away with that one. TMU gets their 2 points anyways, so doubling up now on the T-Birds. 32-16 is the score.
Whitnell charged with that one. Off the ball.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a problem. There's 2:32 left and just one foul charged to TMU.
That won't be a shooting foul though, because it's an offensive foul, so you don't get to go and have free throws. But regardless, this one will be.
Yep. Yeah, he knows it too.
You know, when we talked about it earlier about the referees as players, you do have to adjust. And you know, I was able to referee basketball for about 7.5 years, and we would have pre-games discussion, especially when we were refereeing in a crew of 3, albeit it wasn't a whole lot that we did that only for, you know, major games, championships, and things like that. But we would discuss in the pregame, like, this is the way that we're reffing the game, whether we were going to call it tight, if we were going to let the players play, what we wanted to establish early, what type of communication we wanted to have with the coaches, whatever the case might be. But as referees, we were never changing. Yeah, we were never going to change it, and it was always up to the players to have to adapt to us, and it's absolutely no different at this level.
Yeah, some good insight there. As this pace slows right down, a lot of stoppages to your point. They've been pretty consistent all night. Just a lot of whistles.
Lots.
Dang to Alejo. Drives, kicks. Finds Dang one more time. Now he turns and spins and fire. Alejo, long range 3. That doesn't go. They've come up empty quite a few times for Algoma. Haven't seen a basket in a while. Oh, what a play by Whitnell. It's a big-time stuff. But it lands in the hands of Vrooms, so he had a second chance, and now a third chance for Vrooms, and now he's fouled in the process.
Just so scrappy, isn't it? And it's kind of all over the place, both teams.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just frantic. Loose ball situations, rebounding situations, a ton of fouls. We said it in the women's game that the referees were certainly earning their money tonight. Men's game, no different.
No different at all, for sure. Aaron Vrooms had a number of trips to the line. That was perfect. 38-16 now, and the pressure continues to be applied by TMU. Good work by Dang to get it across the timeline to Whitmill, to Alejo. Surveys the defense, does number one Alejo. Dribbles through the legs. Jump shot gets it to go. Some good work there by number one Alejo. Give him the two.
And he's, this weekend, all of his looks from beyond the arc have looked really, really good. All of his shots have. But in the mid-range, he's been solid. And that's another case of that here. And who's that one going to be charged against?
I don't know, but Whitmill,
22.
Whitmill's coming up gimpy as well. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, I think Whitmill's going to be okay. He's looking to shake it off, despite the fact he's a little worse for wear. That foul was charged against number 22, Udumo. And Whitmill's going to come take a much-deserved break.
Yeah, with $1:12 left. 20-point margin. It's Silkenox, another 6'11" shooter for TMU. Misses on his first attempt, gets his second. 39-18 is your score. And yet another giveaway on the inbound for Algoma. Starting to become a trend here. Nice little jump shot in the paint for 15. Gets it to go, 41-18 now. Am I right in saying Alejo, that last bucket was his first bucket of the game?
I believe so, sir.
Yeah.
Illegal screen, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. Number 22, Udumo, charged with that one. First year player for Algoma from Winnipeg, Manitoba, studying law and justice.
Owned up to his mistake very quickly, though, so you love to see the accountability piece.
Very honorable for a law and justice student. A little too easy there. Nice little lay-in by number 8. That's Goalbarn, excuse me, for TMU. Alejo against Goalbarn. Guarding him rather tightly, and he gets hacked from behind. There'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be charged to Goalbarn, and he'll get subbed out for that. 17.4 seconds left on the clock. Alejo. Oh, another foul off ball right there. And it's charged to 15.
And his coach let him know about it.
I didn't hear what he was saying.
He said, "You can't do that."
Okay. That is clear as day. Hard to hear with the earmuffs, but should get the message from that. See if Algoma can cash in on this last opportunity. Scarrett to Dang. Deep three. Doesn't go. Oh. Comes out of a few hands. And the Hail Mary attempt doesn't find its destination. So with this inbound from the Thunderbirds, it's going to take us to half. And TMU is going to apply the pressure one more time. And won't let up. Halftime score, TMU Bold 43, Algoma Thunderbirds 18. Thank you for watching Algoma Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV. Join us back here in approximately 14 minutes for the conclusion of this one. And welcome back. Second half action of Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV. Brought to you by SiouxSports.com. Coming out of the break. Quick little jump shot there by number 22 for the visiting TMU Bold. That's Aiden Wilson. Quickly put him into double digits. Already, Scarp.
Yeah, he's now the high scorer in the contest with those 10 points that he's got. And points in the paint at an absolute premium tonight, at least for the TMU Bold. 18 for them. They're also plus 13 in the rebound department. Highly impressive so far this evening. And T-Birds trying to keep afloat and stay in this contest and weather this this high pressure here from the TMU Bold.
Certainly working on it. Yeah, it'll be a foul call this time. It'll be against TMU. See if things even up a little bit in that category. But points off turnover also a bit of a problem in that quarter. 18 for Toronto, 7 for Algoma. Top scorer for the T-Birds was the big man as well, number 30, Logan Whitnell.
Yeah, and right on cue, he just got charged with an illegal screen, and I saw that kind of coming a mile away. Mind you, there's been a few of them tonight.
Yeah, there has been. I'm just trying to pick up what's going on the court. Is it, are they talking about the time or?
Yeah, surely.
Okay, another scoreboard malfunction here. 47-18 is the score. Algoma putting up 9 points in quarter number 2. TMU Bold off and running with 25 in that quarter. And starting to warm up is the Bold. That was Kevin Toth. Just 2 points in the first half, and he jarred that one. Alejo into Whitmell. Trying to create some spaces. Whitmell. Scarrett as the countdown continues. And what a turnaround and spin and fire. Bucket and book it for Scarrett. And back the other way. There's the answer. They always seem to respond, don't they?
That they do. And as soon as Algoma does happen to get a little bit of life, this TMU team completely recaptures it. But I think there's another travel call there. Again, the referees have been really busy tonight, no doubt about that.
Earning their paycheck for sure. 53-21. What a difference from a week ago, and hardly any whistles.
Yeah, no doubt.
I swear it was the J effect, though. The Jays were on, and everybody wanted to get home, including the referees. So
yeah, no,
that was part of it.
Well said.
I had the whole province captivated. That World Series run. Vrooms coughs it up and almost trips. Lands in the hands of Scarrett. Now Whitmell with Christofferson. The new headband. Whitmell to Alejo. He's going to have to put it up, and he does. Jump shot doesn't go. Lands in the hand. Oh, that had some fire on it, that pass. Corner 3. Great assist there. That was Gutsmore finishing that one. Averaging 14.6 points on the season is Gutsmore. Good enough for 20th in the OUA. Made no mistake on that three-pointer.
Fantastic from the TMU Bold to get out in transition like that off a really good rebound. They're going to do it again here, so it appears.
Couple nice passes, and Vroom trying to draw contact. And maybe finish that attempt. A little too strong. Oh, Algoma. Oh, some good defense. Oh, that was dangerous. Good effort by the TMU player. I believe that was number 8. Goalborn comes up smiling, but he just landed in a pile of chairs. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. I think he's going to be all right. Definitely took a knock, but he's going to stay in the contest, so that is good to see.
It is good to see. It's not the WWE. Those are real chairs. So good on him for getting back in the game. And just a giveaway by number 7. Jean-Luc Kubahiro giving it away underneath the TMU bucket. Or, I think rate. Foul called on the floor. Number 21 at the line. That's Gutsmore. Misses on that opportunity, so 58-21, the score will remain. TMU with another chance. Nice soft touch, off rim, off glass, and in for number 22. Is having a great trip to the Sioux. Aiden Wilson from Burnaby, BC. Give him now 12. Excuse me.
12 and 10 of those points have come in the paint for the 5th year.
Good on him. A couple of them were dunks, no less.
Yeah, 3 to be exact.
And shot goes up. Had a little side spin on it. Excuse me. That's number 3, Kevin Toth.
Right on cue as well. Wilson's going to go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, finding a bunch of ways to score. Is Wilson, but gonna have to wait to see him to complete this transaction as we're gonna take a timeout on the floor and we'll step away. You're watching Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com. Welcome back to live action, Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV. Brought to you by SiouxSports.com. That first free throw attempt by Wilson, way off the mark. And he corrects it, and he's going to check out of the game. So 6'11" Wilson checks out, and he's replaced by another TMU player of the same stature.
Kind of a like-for-like substitution, isn't it?
I think so. Silkenox. Dion Dang to Karen. Dribbles it off his foot. And Silkenox showing off his defense right there. As he picks it up in his end, drives to the hoop, and will be rewarded.
Karen really frustrated with himself there.
Mm-hmm. I think it's been his face all night. Did he get charged with that foul?
I believe so.
It's 3 quick ones. He just gets on the floor and he's...
Well, it was either him or Udumo.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear at the scorers table, but I just saw 2. But yeah. At the end of the day, you got Karen who wears 2, Udumo who wears 22, so good luck trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, thank you. And they just flashed 22 on the board, so...
It's got to be Udumo then.
Udumo it is. Rock, paper, scissors. Makes 15, celebrates. Now 63-21 is your score. As you mentioned in the opening, Algoma looking for win number 1 and TMU for win number 6.
Was this Kisua's first action of the weekend for Algoma, number 10?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the party, Elijah Kisua.
For sure. See what he could bring and try to play some defense. And also number 10 for the other team is Landon Wright. Ball's in his hand now. Deep three. Rattles off rim. Unable to get it to go. And the whistling continues.
And as Whitmill's jogging up the court, he's saying that's been happening all game. And to Whitmill's credit, I agree with him.
Yeah.
It has been happening a lot. He's been taking a beating. But there haven't been too many rebounding fouls called, in fairness.
Mm-hmm. That one will be charged to 15. And Silkinox, the Latvia player. Dang now. Picks up his dribble, looking for a little bit of help. He gets it. Kisua spins, almost loses his footing. Definitely loses possession of the ball. Fortunate for Algoma, they'll get another shot at this one with 6 seconds left.
Enough time for catch, maybe a high ball screen and a shot.
And you got to release it, and he does. Christofferson's going to have to put it up. Looks for a bit of contact. Doesn't get it on that three-point attempt, but the foul calls. That one's charged to blue 10 on the hold. It'll be Landon Wright, from Markham picking up that foul. So 14 on the shot clock. There's that contact again. And yet another whistle.
It'll stay the way of Algoma. Whitmill was double teamed in the corner. He really didn't have much of anything. Fortunate to get out of that situation, really.
Yeah, he's trying to barge his way out of that double team. Oh, what a shot. Sorry, I looked down at my sheet and I didn't get a chance to see who let it rip.
That was Logan Whitmill, and he was good all the way from White Pines Collegiate.
Appreciate that. So Whitmill with 12 now. 63-24.
Already in the bonus? Yep.
Wow. Unbelievable.
It's been a lot of stop-start in this game and in the women's game too.
Like you said, they've been consistent.
That they have.
Whitmill, pretty decent weekend. 20 points for the Canadore College transfer, I'll say, as he continues to fire up the rock. That one doesn't go. Yeah, it's been a couple of years on the OCAA circuit, and his first year in the OUA has been really good.
Really good indeed, and his time at Canadore College was favorable. Put up some really good numbers whilst he was out there. Kept track of some of Canadore's stuff. At least I try to. Being a Nipissing grad, I always try and keep up with Nipissing and Canadore to share the same building, so now that he's an Algoma player, all the better, and he just took a whack in the face, Whitmill did.
Another whack, yeah. Good on you for keeping track.
Well, trust me, it's loosely tracked, but when I was at school there, I got to as many games as I possibly could. It was always a great deal of fun.
Yeah, how cool would it have been for him to play with his brother there?
Oh,
that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
No question.
As Logan Whitmill looks at the bench, he's looking at his lip. It's about the third time he's been whacked this weekend. And I'll tell you, it was no different the previous weekend as well while you were here for the Lakehead. Him and Santa Cruz were going at it. I mentioned it on the broadcast yesterday. We've had 3 of the top 4 scorers in the OUA, right, that Algoma's had to game plan against all in a couple weeks. Santa Cruz from Lakehead. We saw a player yesterday for the Varsity Blues, and then another top scorer, actually the top scorer in rooms this afternoon, or this evening.
Number 23 for TMU checking into the contest for the first time. That's Joey Kluskins, the business student, first year. As he chucks up a 3 and in and out. Almost got it to go. Bench was really excited. He might just get it now. A little bit strong that time.
Get another opportunity. It's Wilson.
Third time, not going to be the charm as
travel will be called. Right call. Yeah, just looking at the numbers there as Christofferson floats that pass back in. It was Mikey Ballout who got under his OUA average, so Algoma did a pretty good job on him yesterday. Bang! Big time 3 there for Algoma. Rooms held to 9 tonight, so well under his average. He's got a seat on the bench and will probably be there for at least the rest of this quarter.
And it's a quiet 9 points as well. 4 of those 9 points coming from the charity stripe. So, yeah, Rooms has been kept quiet and not an easy task to do, but this Algoma team deserves a lot of credit in that respect.
They certainly do. Corner 3 opportunity doesn't go for Algoma. It's Cubahiro. Now here's the Bold. Come back, it's Landon Wright. Swings it right. Keep moving it around, driving into the paint, putting up a shot. Won't go. Well, there was a foul called in the act of shooting. So it'll send number 2 to the line. That's Galland Okugo.
Makes good on his first.
Yeah, there's 2 players on the team with the same last name.
One of which didn't dress tonight, right? Well, they're both third years, both about the same height. One's from, they're both from Brampton, both from the same school. Dare I say that they're twins?
It's quite possible. Galland and Roland. Galland hit both of his shots from the charity stripe, make it a 70-27 score. Not much going right this quarter for Algoma.
Not much, but a little over a minute left to play in this quarter. Still got the entire fourth quarter left to go. So we'll see what unfolds here at the GLC.
Oh, nice defense by Whitnell. Yet another whistle.
It'll be a kick ball against TMU, so it'll stay the way of Algoma. Really good defensive possession that time.
A good team defense by Algoma. Christofferson to scare it. He'll carry it across the timeline. Dribbles behind the back, drives in the paint, loses a handle. And foul charged against number 23 that time. 4th foul for TMU. With 15 on the shot clock. Scarrett Over top to Whitmill. He's going to hand it off to Christofferson. Christofferson with a screen back to Whitmill. Whitmill's going to chuck it up from distance and splash! Logan Whitmill, good all the way from Aurora's west side. He's really starting to heat up.
Yeah, like we said, we talked about. It was quiet last night. Not going to keep that guy quiet on back-to-back nights, as right on cue, Kugo answers with a 3 of his own.
Starting to heat up as well, 73-30. Christofferson, now he's going to drive into the paint over top of the defense. Good looking runner, unable to get it to drop though. It's Christofferson, and look at the defense by him, and what a pass, and Whitmill, oh my goodness, goaltending. Defending. Goaltending, excuse me. Whitmill's grabbing at the calf. He's going to have a season high 17 and counting for Whitmill. Great vision there by Christofferson. Yet another assist for him.
And I think that's going to be Scarra going to the line with 0.9 left. Will be. So even with 5 seconds left to play, see how much can unravel and unfold. And on that last exchange of possession there, credit to Algoma to have the presence of mind to get the ball up the court so quickly.
For sure.
And as Whitmill does take a seat on the bench, he has absolutely been the standout of the evening for these T-Birds. Last night it was Karen. Tonight it's Whitmill who steps up.
Oh, for sure. Scarrett, believe it or not, that's his only second trip to the line on the season. Well done there. That'll finish the scoring in the third quarter. 73-34 is your score in favor of TMU Bold. We're going to step away, but invite you to join us back here for the conclusion of this one. You're watching Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com. Algoma Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV. After 3 quarters, 73 for TMU Bold. Algoma 34 as Bold has a quick bucket there. Top scorers after 3. I got to say it's been the Logan Whitmill show, particularly in the third quarter, but he's been sensational all game, to be honest.
That he has on both ends of the floor, by the way. He's been tasked with a very difficult assignment defensively, and he's been doing it on the offensive end of the court as well. High scorer in the contest for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. anytime you can outscore the number one point getter in the OUA is a really good night. And Whitmill's probably going to be able to say that tonight as we see number 12 taking a seat and likely not to play a whole lot in this quarter. And you mentioned it earlier, Algoma's done a pretty good job of limiting him to just 9 points.
Oh, don't. And again, you stop one, but it's somebody else who is going to step up. And in this case of TMU tonight, it's been contribution by committee. So many players have been having themselves really good games. As the first year, Joey Kluskins gets on the board with a 3 of his own.
There's a deep 3. I wonder if we could check before the end of the broadcast. I know you're going to go around the OUA, but where number 12 for TMU sits on the all-time scoring list, because his career is coming to an end, 5th-year player. I got to say, he's got to be near the top at the prolific scoring rate he's been on the last 3 years.
We will find that out for folks at home.
Yeah, if we could try, that'd be awesome. Aaron Rooms, just sensational Lincoln Prep product from Toronto. As Christofferson took a shot earlier, he's going to stay in the game.
He's got his nose plugged, from that shot?
He does. Something was looking a little wonky there. That's what it is. 48 or 78, excuse me. Christofferson's going to chuck it up. It's a bit of a miss, but got to follow the shot. John-Luc Kubahiro. Good work there. And now it's 40-point spread. Algoma going on a bit of a run here. Oh, some nice ball movement by TMU.
So all-time points in OUA career, Aaron Rooms ranks 41st. Has 1,669 over 86 games played in his OUA career and counting. So perhaps by the time that he's all said and done, he might get in the top 30 perhaps.
That's all OUA.
All OUA.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, sorry, no, that's all U Sports.
Oh, U Sports.
All U Sports.
Okay, so his OUA rankings
is going to be much higher, yeah.
And is it safe to say he might be one of the top TMU point getters? Like, is there any?
Yeah, 100%, and I'll get that information, no doubt, from OUA and then from I was going to say Ryerson, sorry, TMU as well.
Yeah, but to your point, they've rebranded, but this team's been around for decades.
Yes.
If not just as old as the Varsity Blues. You were educating me on that yesterday. Over 100 years old. It's certainly been around longer than Algoma here in the north. Nice to have a university in Sault Ste. Marie.
So he ranks right now 19th all-time in OUA scoring. 19th.
Oh. It's impressive.
So he's in the top 20, and perhaps by the time his career... I mean, he might be pushing for top 10, which is incredible.
Yeah, and I just like his demeanor because, in terms of the situation here, he didn't have his best game, like you said, just getting points from the line, but you can tell he does not care. He's on the bench cheering, obviously getting some much-needed rest, and letting some of his other teammates play as they're building towards a playoff run here at TMU.
That's right, and with basketball, it is a long season. With soccer, for example, which you and I used to both coach, people say, oh, it's a long season, but really it's not. You turn around and it's over the span of what used to be 16 games, which went down to 14, and now it's 12. It's not a long season at all, but basketball is a long season, so there's no doubt about it that this rest will bode well for him down the stretch anytime he can keep minutes in the legs.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of wear and tear over the course of a season, let alone 5 seasons. So TMU poised to go a little deeper in the playoffs than they did last year. And the upstart Algoma T-Birds, as we mentioned, a number of players, 9, including that player right there, Chance Scarrett, and those 2 right there, Christofferson, Rosalind, just get their feet wet in the OUA, trying to build something here at Algoma. And Rosalind, we were wondering if he was going to get in the game, and there he is. Albin Rosalind, the Sweden product from Sweden, seeing his first minutes here, late stages of the game.
And in terms of Aaron Rooms, just back to him quickly. You asked the question where he ranks on TMU's all-time list. He's 3rd in terms of points.
Do you have a chance to climb this year?
I think so. I mean, it'll be, definitely to 2nd place. That's certainly within reach, I think, to beat the all-time points getter of Boris Bakovic. It's going to be a very tall task. Probably won't happen, but I'd like to think I'm an optimist, so we'll keep rooting for Rooms.
Yeah, we root for quality players and people, so stay tuned on that one as the season progresses. We wind down here.
Timeout on the floor.
Yeah, it'll be a good chance for us to step away as well. Watching Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com. As we look into live action, number 10 at the line, hits his first, that's Landon Wright. Played around 13 minutes and double digits now as he misses on his second chance. Let's take a trip around the OUA if you don't mind, Scarp, and
Absolutely.
see what else is happening.
Brock got it done today against Guelph, keeping their really good season alive and going. They defeated them 67-61. Super high scoring affair between Queens and Laurier, at 100-97 in favor of Queens.
Wow.
Western kept their perfect season alive. They win 80-74 against Windsor. Close battle out there. Right now, with 3:51 left to go in the third, Ontario Tech is beating Waterloo by a score of 44-40. Just under 30 seconds left to play in the third as well between Laurentian and York. Laurentian's up 10 over York, 57-47. And just at the start of the fourth quarter, between the Battle of Ottawa, it's a 3-point game out there. Carleton currently winning that one, 56-53.
Thank you for that update. So TMU needing this win to keep pace with Brock. After you said Brock picking up their 6th win. Trying to keep pace in the Central Division. That was Joey Clausen's with that bucket. 86-40 is the score. Cougars driving into the paint. A foul will be called. It was number 10, Elijah Kisue, heading to the line.
Kisue wears number 10. And speaking of the number 10, there's 10 TMU Bold players that are studying business on this TMU Bold team.
It's pretty wild.
It is. I'm usually on the lookout for education students all the time, but it's hard to not notice how many business management students are on this roster.
I think I saw one maybe in the on the women's
side, yeah.
Side. Certainly yesterday. I don't know if I looked that closely today. What you're saying is there's none on the men's side tonight.
Right.
For either side, of course. We'll have that available here at Algoma. Lots of other great programs.
I believe Brock comes to town this year. Am I correct in saying that? Or I wonder if Algoma takes the trip there. The only reason I ask is because usually they have a whole host of education students.
I know Algoma is there next week.
Okay.
I don't know if they've played them twice. I don't think so.
No, they're not in the same group. So that, yeah.
They swap every.
Right. Yeah. And they won't be up against Nipissing this year either. They'll be they will be up against Nipissing, but on the road, Algoma will be.
Yeah, they kind of switch.
Usually they got a whole host of education students as well. So my shout-outs, I think, will be a little bit more limited this year.
Yeah, you're really limited. Nice to see a lot of business students.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly that's what I studied. So.
That's right, man.
There's quite a few of them on Algoma as well, including Christofferson. Not on the court right now. Rosalind. Kubihiro. Kisue. Chance Scarrett. Nice little pump fake. Puts up the left. Good on him for giving it a go. Second chance opportunity for Algoma. Bang! Number 10, Kisue. That was good. All the way from Ruscio Crescent for number 10, Kisue. Had a nice second half for him. $89-44. I believe Algoma is thinking about a timeout here.
Perhaps.
Chance Scarrett, Kisue. Got a weird release, but
it is an interesting looking shot, isn't it?
It works.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? I know he changed his shot now. I don't watch a ton of NBA anymore, but Lonzo Ball. Remember that like cross body shot that he came into the league with? Kind of reminds me of that. Again, I'm not so keen on the NBA anymore, but I do recall Lonzo Ball's shot being somewhat similar.
It's a good comparable.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a timeout on the floor here to your point earlier, Mike.
Yeah, you want to step away?
I'm good to step away. Yeah, we can go have a pause and a reset, and we'll come back in a minute.
Sounds great. You're watching Thunderbirds basketball on OUA TV, brought to you by SiouxSports.com. Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. One of the visiting team from Toronto, TMU Bold, putting up 89. And Algoma at 45 and counting. I'll tell you, number 10 is having a great third and fourth quarter. Kisua.
It's been great to see him play. He's super poised, makes really good decisions. He's had himself a nice game tonight.
Yeah, St. Catharines product. Studying law and justice here at Algoma. Totally agree with you. And we saw another rookie yesterday, first-year player, Karen, also come off the bench and deliver some energy, and Kisua is doing that tonight.
For sure, and kind of different context, if you will, at the time in which Karen came into the game last night, but regardless, similar effect in terms of their output.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely one of the positives from this weekend. Logan Whitnell getting much needed rest as he was on his way to 20 points. 17 is still a really good number in the OUA.
Very.
Landon Wright. That was a deep shot. Good all the way from Markham for Landon Wright. Kisue, bang. Back to Kisue. Fires it inside. It would have been a tight pass anyways. Does it reach its destination now the other way? It's Landon Wright. Unable to get it to go. Foul called for the shot, but in the act of shooting, I should say, before it dropped. Number 11 knocked it in, but that's waved off. Landon Wright head to the line. Hits his first. And Wright makes good on his second. I think he's factored into the scoring prior to this game, if I'm just going by the OUA stats. So number 10.
Super quick and agile. Looks like he's got a place in this team, no doubt about it.
Speaks to their depth, no doubt.
Yes. The benches. Yeah, well, the bench wanted a shot. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, Maxine Louis Jean, that misfire. I think there's a tight pass by Scarrett. Ill-advised. Mujandi with the putback on his own rebound. Number 11. Nicely done there. First bucket of the evening. Late stages of this one. Kisua calling for it. It goes to Scarrett. Back iron. Mutandi with the rebound. Number 4 now. Louis Jean. Bench is asking for him to keep going. Number 11 is fouled on that play.
Not in the bonus yet, are they? No.
No, it'll be non-shooting. That will be charged. It's number 7 for Algoma. Cuba Hero. And here we go. Catch, fire. Doesn't go. That was Calcy. Getting some rare minutes as well.
Coach DeVero of TMU not too pleased. Thought his guy was fouled on a three-point shot.
He was definitely knocked. I'll just say that. Don't stop coaching regardless of the scores on both sides.
That's right.
Now, Garetsky 99 on the board. Kiswa puts it up. Would have counted. Well, that's going to do it for us at the George Leach Centre. Final score 99 for TMU Bold. Algoma T-Birds dropping this one, 46 on the board for them. As congratulations to the TMU Bold going to 6-2. And as we mentioned, Algoma will head on to the road next week. They'll be at York for that matchup on Friday night, and then Saturday they'll head to St. Catharines, take on the Brock Badgers, and followed by the Christmas break. But that's going to do it for us prior to the Christmas break. For Jay Houselander, Daniel Scarpino, myself, Michael Magley, we're going to say so long from the Sioux, and we'll see you in the new year.